introduction, but because of the time we have, we want to get right into it, and because I also want to hear from the brother. He's been a personal hero of mine since I was young, helping us to re-examine everything from politics to culture to religion, and one of the first that taught my generation to wear a Jimmy hat. So, give it to him.
First of all, right to my page. Nice. Thank you. That was excellent. Mona, I want to just piggyback on what you just saw real quick, because a lot of what I'm discussing has to do with this. There were several things. One was that we were looking at the role of women in hip-hop. And this is a great place to start, actually. I had a different start, but this is a good start, actually, because women in hip-hop are more important than men in hip-hop. I don't say that because we just watched this. I'm saying this very truthfully, and I'm about to back it up, too. So, if you have, this lecture is being recorded. You need to go get the recording of this. I'm going to go through about 40 years of hip-hop's history as quick as I can. And the reason I say get the tape is because some of get the tape. Damn.
Yeah, we got our soundbite.
The reason I say get the recording is because a lot of what I'm going to go over is not to be retained in memory. There's a lot of facts and dates and stuff like that. So. Come back to women in hip-hop. Hip-hop began with a woman named Cindy. Never forget this name ever. Whenever you speak of hip-hop, the first lady of hip-hop is a woman named Cindy Campbell, by the way, Cindy Campbell. Cindy, also known as Pep, lived at 1520 Sedgwick Avenue in the Bronx. She had a birthday coming up and said to her little brother, "Why don't you play music at my birthday party?" 1520 Sedgwick Avenue, August 11th, 1973. Cindy's little brother, a guy named Cool DJ Hurt, stopped doing graffiti. He was a graffiti writer first. Then he went into b-boy, or breaking. Then his sister asked him, "Could you play some music at my party?" He said, "All right." They went down to the 1520 Sedgwick Avenue Community Center, and this guy, Cool Hurt, began playing James Brown. He would only play the breaks of James Brown. Now understand the difference. Cool Herc is from Jamaica.
Big up.
In 1967, he came to the United States with his parents. His father was a mechanic, his mother was a nurse. Look at this. Health, technology. He comes, I'm just giving you some background. He comes with the Jamaican dance hall tradition, which was to be outside in a park area with huge speakers, probably up to this size right here, huge speakers stacked up. And you'd have about 3 or 4 or 5 turntables. Well, really in Jamaica you only could afford one. But some sound systems like Stone Love, GT International, Saxon, Coxon, these sounds, they had like 4 turntables in a row. And what they would do is they had their amps connected to the turntable, so they would turn one amp down, turn the other one up. So this is how you go from one turntable to another. And they turn those amps down, turn this one up, and you have this turntable. Turn that one down, turn this one up. So what the Jamaican DJ spelled, The Jamaican DJ is spelled like this, D-E-E-J-A-Y, okay? This is the regular DJ. That's called disc jockey. The original disc jockey would just play a record, put the record on, record would play, and the disc jockey would talk only in the front of the record. Well, this is the Beatles coming on to the title song, All We Need Is Love. I think that was Lennon. This is John Lennon, All We Need Is Love. Then the record would play. At the end of the record, the DJ would get back on the air or whatever and say, now that was John Lennon and the record, All We Need Is Love. Kool Herc came from a DJ tradition where you don't just put the record on, you put the record on and then you play with the record while it's playing. While the record is playing, you're playing with the record. You're manipulating how the record is presenting itself to the public. The Jamaican DJ was not only a DJ, but the DJ was also an MC. In the beginning, the DJ and the MC was one thing. There was no MC and DJ. It was the DJ. And the DJ would have a mic and a turntable, 4, 5, whatever, and the DJ would be, well, a quote from Kool Herc is, rocking with the rockers, jamming with the jammers, Kool Herc, 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 just like that. So he would get on, play a 1, 2, 3, 4, hit it, boom, boom, bop, boom, boom. This is James Brown, funky drummer. Boom, boom, bop, boom, 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 boom. Jamming with the jammers, rocking with the rockers, Kool Herc, 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 Herc. Boom, boom, bop, boom, 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 bop. Now, the break would get to a point where the break would end. Kool Herc would lift the needle up, drop it back on the beginning. A 1, 2, 3, 4, hit it. Boom, boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, boom, boom, boom. A 1, 2, 3, 4, hit it. Boom, boom, bop, boom, boom. Rocking with the rockers. Boom, boom. A 1, 2, 3, 4, hit it. This went on for hours. Hours. We would be in there listening to Herc drop this record. It wasn't just Herc. He had a female MC. The first female MC, probably the first MC, was a woman named Pebbly Pooh. Never forget that name. Pebbly Pooh. She was with Kool Herc in 1973. 73 when Kool Herc, now get back to Cindy. Now, let me start this, like I said, get the tape, I'm going fast. Kool Herc comes from Jamaica, 1967. He brings with him the Jamaican DJ concept of playing records and interacting with them, spinning them back. I didn't even get into that, spinning them back. Terms like pull up, wheel up, come down, selector. All these terms Kool Herc brought with him to America. Landed in the Bronx. Now his sister said, can you play some music for me at 1520 Cedric Avenue in the Bronx? He said, okay. August 11th, 1973, Kool Herc is there. Huge sound system is blasting. Boom, boom, he's playing all kinds of James Brown breaks. So after August 11th, 1973, that party was so successful that the building manager asked Kool Herc to play in the community center every week for free. Every week. Now Kool Herc wasn't the type to work for free. So he charged 25 cents to get into the Kool Herc parties. And we couldn't even afford that. Let me take you over to this other place. Hip-hop begins in immense poverty. There's no such thing as rich hip-hop. Get it out of your mouth. All these rappers talk about they rich stuff. I'll speed the story up for you real quick. All the